Pastor Mark Biltz here from Shaddai Ministries. Thank you again so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe and share. Also, please like this video, and we would love to hear your comments. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye. But I want you to follow me here. This is incredible. In Revelation 2:12 through 14, now again, that refers to our day. And look at, even though it's speaking at their day, it's also to ours. It says, to the angel of the church in Pergamum, write the words of him who has the sharp two-edged sword. Okay, it's coming out of his mouth, it says in Revelation, and it's the word of God. I know where you dwell. You dwell where Satan's throne is. Pergamum was the place where Satan's throne is. And then he says to the Pergamum congregation, yet you hold fast my name, and you did not deny my faith even in the days of Antipas, my faithful witness, who was killed among you where Satan dwells. But then he says, I have a few things against you, though. You have some there who hold the teaching of Balaam, who taught Balak to put a stumbling block before the sons of Israel so that they might eat food sacrificed to idols and practice sexual immorality. I think it's fascinating. The last 2 weeks, last week and this week, it's all about sexual immorality in Leviticus. And then here we're talking about it in the second half. The problem with the food sacrificed to idols, it was often tied to sexual immorality because it was all about the fertility goddesses and things like that. So it's how those tie together. Now, Pergamum. Here is Pergamum. Right here. This is some of the ruins there. But let me just see something here. Oh, do I want to bring this up yet? Okay, Pergamum, as you know, is in Turkey. And Corinth is not in Turkey. This isn't Pergamum. So let me pause here for a second. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of things. This is not Pergamum. This is Corinth. Corinth. And they say that ancient Corinth was one of the largest and most important cities of Greece. We're talking about the Corinthians here, so I wanted you to get an idea. It had a population of 90,000 in 400 BC. That is huge for back then. The Romans demolished Corinth in 146 BC, and then it was built again in 44 BC. So when Paul was in Corinth, he was in the rebuilt Corinth for him back then. Okay, and believe it or not, we're going to go to Corinth. Turkey agrees, coming up this fall. But let me also show you Pergamum. Here is Pergamum. Okay, right now it's Pergamum, or Bergama in Turkish, but this is a huge ancient site of Pergamum, also often known as Pergamum and called Bergama in Turkish. They say it should win an award for its stunning location alone. I think they said 20,000 people or something could be seated in this thing. But here's Pergamum again. This is another temple that's in Pergamum. It says here, adjoining the temple are the ruins of Pergamum's famed library. Listen to this. Built around 170 BC. This is the time of Hanukkah. 170 BC, Pergamum was home to one of the largest libraries in the ancient world, had over 200,000 volumes. And they were all carried off to Alexandria by Mark Antony as a gift to Cleopatra. So this was a monstrous library. This is what's left of it that's still in Pergamum. And it says, to the west of the library is the Temple of Trajan. This must be the Temple of Trajan, built in the Roman era with its marble colonnaded terrace. And then it says, below the theater, you can see the remnants of the great altar of Zeus, dating from the 2nd century BCE. So not only is that there, we also find this ancient red basilica there that some people believe that John could be referring specifically to this grandiose pagan temple as the throne of Satan. while others believe it could be reference to the altar of Zeus right below it. So here, when I'm talking about Pergamum, I want you to know that there's like 3 different pagan sites that are still there. And again, we're going to go there.